Hello, species values. Hello, CNN. Real news. Takes both sides of arguments. Doesn't fake both sides and sequence shift. Attach people to fake relationships to others. You guys are criminally involved with tone. Pretending you're against tones that you don't like. You don't follow the news. You don't fix the fake news crime acts. Those are crime acts recorded, confessed, involved with Trinity College, with people associated with UPS and with a Joshua Stryker. I never had a conversation with, but Dean Alford, a Dean Judd from CCSU, his family member, a Dean Keys. These are people with sexual circles, with drug cliques, and with prison cliques, interbranch cliques with federal crime acts. Sequence shifts, predicate acts like mail crimes as trade center crime acts. Attaching me to fake conversations with a Leahy family that's recorded and confessed involved with crimes with the family of federal criminals in cases. These are, in other words, these are interbranch, even women forging names, switching names. They use the principal sex offender. Excuse me. They wouldn't let me tell on. I had to raise my voice. And they forced that. They forced people to raise their voice so then they could lie about behavior and never let a response. While they're forging, switching names in sequence shifts. They're faking fake news crime acts in collusion with the courts. Their sources interbranch, fire departments, foreign and domestic. They don't have time for that. They have the fire departments with the Russians. They have medical campuses with the Russians. We have physical delusions recorded interbranch and intermedia being used as victim predators with physical delusions because you came through criminally foreign influence campuses. You're sick with what you think is rhetoric in your minds. You're sick with what you think is the integrity of titles. You have to focus on the sequence shifts from Manhattan too, because these are people with the name Alicia, like 5 of them, recorded with federal crime rolls with identity thefts of another nature, a method of identity thefts with databases, database illusion stacking, crime acts interbranch in cases too, forging names, switching names. More child sex offenders are still tied to the principal sex offender school and intercampuses. Recorded still online. Let's go. CNN, fix the fake news crime acts rolls. Much worse with CNN tied with CCSU. Recorded and confessed, criminally involved with you. Let's go. Fix it. Don't start pretending it's personal. Stay on their fake news crime acts and crime acts with principal sex offender. And the ones online still, and sexual abuses of women and of kids that are pretending they're helping. Let's go. Fix the fake news crime acts because it's much worse. Also, Enzo Faenza family, Faenza family, cousins, and their grandparents and family, and women tied to them. Recorded and confessed, intercity houses next to the state judicial branch office, criminally involved. Recorded next to a South Seville house on 2 Rod Highway with other houses like Allegro's place, some Victorian home. Girls that, like all sisters that shared boyfriends. I mean, one of them had like 3 boyfriends at the same time that are criminally involved with her, and the other, Chris Walters, said that the spotters are criminally involved with him too, with AT&T. Now, see, these are people criminally involved with town offices and more child offenders. Let's go. We have C.I.A., F.B.I. recorded criminally involved with my area through time, intercity through time. Crime acts and cases. This is tied to defendant, former director of the F.B.I., Robert Luskin, with the Trade Center attack. Tied. There was a case in the 9th Circuit. His federal criminal co-defendants, 3 or more of them associated, besides him and his lawyer, criminal with kids when I was growing up. One of them had a daughter in my grade. One of them lived in another town, but he went to a class in my woodshop class in high school. Let's go. CNN, just fix the fake news. Don't pretend that you don't like the tone of people, because when we ask nice, you break the law. You put fake news, crime acts, in collusion with crime acts and crime methods in cases already through time, originally and still. We have degenerate courts of various natures and their family members. Don't pretend that's personal, because that's recorded. Let's go.